Good morning, my loves. Happy Monday. It is a beautiful morning here. It's about 7:30. Had a bit of a busy morning. It's a little chilly here at the lake today. It's kind of nice. Got my sweater on. So I am surrounding myself with things that make my heart smile. I have a sweater on. You know I love my sweaters. I have coffee in front of me. Makes my heart smile. It's a beautiful day. I am good to go. And we are discussing a very unpleasant topic. If you have kids, if you have teens, kids in junior high all the way to college, please watch this. Please share this. Talk to your kids about dating violence. If you're uncomfortable talking to your child, I will talk to your child. I will talk to their school. I will talk to a rock. I don't care. We have to get this under control because we're talking about your child's life. Dating violence is real. In your house, maybe it's unheard of. You don't argue, you don't fight and throw things. It's just unheard of. My parents were married 51 years when my mom died. They had their squabbles, but there was never violence, ever. Never, ever. So it was unheard of. When I went to school, I discovered people I went to school with were involved in dating violence. And don't assume that the abusers are just guys, because they're not. There are females that are just as abusive as the guys. So don't stereotype. You can't make blanket statements and say, oh, it's just, it's just guys, it's just girls, these people are crazy. It's this ethnicity or it's this culture. No, honey. Dating violence, domestic violence, family violence, it's all over. It makes no difference. It's equal opportunity. And we have to rein it in, and we have to rein it in now. And one of the ways we do that is by talking about it. We cannot allow this to become a norm. We cannot allow it to be swept under the rug. We cannot enable it by making excuses because someone is the head cheerleader, they're captain of the basketball team, football team, don't care. If you're an abuser, you need help. If you're a child, let's get you the help you need. If it's an adult, well, they may need to set their little fannies in jail for a little bit. But let's get kids the help they need. So talk to your child and let them know about date rape. It is real. One party may want to move a little faster than the other and force themselves on someone. No means no. If somebody says no, it is not consensual. Check the laws in your state for rape and statutory rape. In most states, if your child is under the age of 18 and they are sexually assaulted, that is statutory rape. Doesn't matter how old the abuser is. Keep that in mind. Let your child know if they say no, that does not give the abuser the right to hit them, humiliate them, embarrass them, manipulate them. If they start dating someone, and this person has a bad day. We all have bad days. This person had a very bad day. And they got angry and they pushed your child. They slapped, they hit, they kicked, they choked. They beat your child. They have a problem in more ways than one. As a parent, your first reaction is, I want blood. I want their head on a stick. Well, cool heads prevail. Take a breath. Take a breath. When you find out this happened, when your child comes to you, first thing you say is, I love you. Thank you for coming to me. Are you okay? Do not give your child the I told you so. I never wanted you to date that kid. I told you what I heard about that family. No, stop. This is not the time for that. This is the time for I love you. Are you okay? Let's get you medical care. I'm about to sneeze. Hang on. Sorry. The weather changes are just driving my nose crazy. So Get your child to the hospital, to the urgent care clinic, to make sure they're physically okay. Be honest with the medical staff. Be honest. It might be a little embarrassing. They've heard it before. Be honest with them. They are mandated reporters. By law, they have to report this to the police. Let them do their job. Because by them reporting it to the police, by you reporting it to the police, this child, the abuser, will hopefully get the help they need. The courts will order mandated counseling, and that's a start. It's a start. But let's get your child safe. Let your child know this is not acceptable behavior. I don't care what you say, think, or do. Nobody has the right to put their hands on you. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. No means no, and they are not allowed to hurt you. And if they do, they are going to be held accountable. Now, when the mandated reporters make their report and the police come and speak to you and your child, be cooperative, be honest. Honey, they're going to take pictures. And that can be embarrassing. They have to do it. Let them do it. Be there with tissues and hugs. Be supportive. They have to do this. They have to have the proof to show the court this is what happened. This is the extent of the injuries. They're going to ask a lot of personal questions that you have to be honest about. You may learn things about your child's personal life that you didn't know and you didn't want to know. This is not the time to be judgmental. This is the time to just be supportive and listen. Maybe they want to talk to your child without you present. That's okay too. Let them. Because sometimes it's easier than having mom and dad there listening to what their intimate details. It's okay. It's not about you. It's about your child and getting them safe. Okay? Now, when the abuser is contacted by the authorities, they're not going to be happy. Their parents are not going to be happy. They may come to you all kinds of unhappy. That's okay. You can either sit down with a parent and show them the photos and say, hey, this is what's going on. Or you can say, talk to my attorney, talk to the police. You don't have to answer the door at all or answer the phone. That's up to you. Don't make the situation worse. Don't get in their face and say, look what your kid did to my kid. That's not going to solve anything. Because in all likelihood, that abuser learned that behavior at home. And it could have been generational. Their grandma and grandpa may have behaved like this. Their parents may behave like this. It's all they know. It's their norm. This is what they think relationships are. They have never been given the opportunity to learn better. And it's a learned behavior, which means they can unlearn it and learn a healthy behavior, which is why we want them in therapy. Maybe the whole family needs to be in therapy. That's okay. Maybe you need to pull your child out of school for a little bit, homeschool, switch schools. You do whatever you have to do to support your child. You believe your child. Your loyalty is with your child. Your allegiance is with your child. You may feel really bad for the abuser and their family. That's okay to be empathetic and compassionate, but your loyalty is to your child. If the abuser's family tells you, well, I hope you know they're going to lose their chance for a scholarship, they're going to lose their place on the team, that's not your fault. That's not your child's fault. Their child was the abuser. So we are all accountable for our own actions, inactions, attitudes, behaviors, and the consequences. Whether those consequences are being cut from a team, losing a scholarship, being expelled, whatever it is, we're all responsible for those consequences. So don't let them manipulate and guilt y'all into anything. But talk to your child. Make sure they understand there may be a honeymoon period after this happens. the I'm sorry. It'll never happen again. I lost my temper one time. I'll never touch you again. I'll never ever. They'll never ever until they do it again. And they will do it again. It's never a one-time thing. They will do it again. If your child says, okay, I'm done, I'm leaving, I don't need this, be prepared for the abuser to threaten, to intimidate your child. Be strong. Help your child to be strong. It can get ugly. The abuser could be possessive. They could be jealous. They can be irrational. They can have some very serious underlying psychological issues that nobody knew. And they come out now. So be prepared. Just be prepared. They may tell your child, if you leave me, I am going to hurt myself. That is just manipulation. Your child is not responsible for their behaviors and their actions and their attitudes. They are. Don't let them shift the blame. Don't be an enabler, because if your child goes back to this person, you're enabling the behavior. Then the abuser realizes, oh, well, it worked. All I have to do is throw this, I'm going to hurt myself. That's my ace in the hole, my get out of jail free card, and they come back to me. No. Do not be afraid to protect your child. Like I said before, you may have to homeschool for a little bit. You may have to change schools. Go to the police. Keep the authorities in the loop. Let them handle this their way. Do not, while we can all understand a parent's anger and rage when their child has been beaten or raped, and, I know a lot of daddies and mamas, you don't want a pissed off mama bear on you. That's for sure, because we take things serious. And don't take it in your own hands. Don't. Things are bad enough without you being in jail too, okay? So don't go down that path. Let law enforcement deal with it. But please, please talk to your child about dating violence. It's serious. It's out there. And I don't know the statistics. I didn't think of that until just now. But I think at some point, all of us will experience dating violence or family violence, domestic violence. I had, as an adult, somebody I went out with, was it the first date, second date, got a little too friendly, and they were escorted out my door very quickly. It was not a positive experience for them, because no means no. So, I don't care if your child is 12, if they're 22, let them know that no means no. Not to give in. You have to do what's right for you. They have morals. They have ethics. They are valued. They are worthy of respect by themselves and by others. Nobody is allowed to put a hand on them. They can't do it. Dating violence is real. Please talk to your child. I will talk to your child. I will talk to their school. You can talk to their school. Please. We have to talk about this. We cannot allow this to be the norm.